3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
My friends, it is time. Steph and I bring to you another fantastic podcast, or at least one where we give it our best effort.
Yep, we're going to try.
We're going to try semi-hard here. B-plus effort to bring you some form of entertainment. You're welcome in advance. How you doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm enjoying the fall weather. I think it's officially time to put flip-flops away and switch over to boots, but I'm not quite ready yet.
I was going to say, you posted on your Instagram story this weekend we're going to call it a half fall outfit. You were wearing... Now understand that I'm not sitting there going, oh, let's see what Steph's wearing. It was very upfront, okay? You were wearing black leggings. You were wearing boots. I didn't see a scarf. You didn't have a scarf, did you?
I did have a scarf.
See,
I just wasn't wearing it in all the pictures.
Okay. So you were falled out a little bit this weekend.
I was pretty basic. I took the scarf because it matched the boots, but it got a little warm, so I was like taking it off and putting it back on. But other than I was missing a North Face and a pumpkin spice latte, but I was like 75% basic.
You know, with it being, I don't even know the date, October 6th. You know, I think you're safe. I think you're safe for all the fall stuff. Nobody can say you jumped the gun. I mean, it's
right.
October. I think you're good to go. Go for it.
Right. I think it's time. And plus, with my average flip from fall to Christmas being in like early November, I do really need to kind of get a jump start on the fall stuff so I have enough time to enjoy it.
Totally. Yeah, we are totally on the same page here. Today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai. Right on the price, right on the pike. Got some amazing deals at Freisinger Hyundai for October. 2020 Elantras, Sonatas, Konas, and Santa Fe's, all 0% APR when you go through Hyundai Motor Financing. Good credit, bad credit, it does not matter. Freisinger Hyundai is there for you to help you get into a brand new Hyundai. You got to drive a brand new, would you drive a Tucson?
Oh my gosh, yes. And once I got over the fact that it was a Tucson and not a Tucson, oh my gosh, I loved that thing. I was rolling around like I owned it. And they took like 2 days to fix my car, and they were like, sorry, it's taking a little longer. I was like, you take your time.
You take your time.
I'm good.
I'm enjoying the good life, absolutely. So check out Freisinger Hyundai, right on the price, right on the pike. All right, Steph, we're just going to throw this out, this question. Am I a jerk? Let me explain. You tell me, okay? I know you're a very honest person. Although you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, I'm giving you the permission to call me a jerk if you think I'm a jerk in this particular situation, okay?
Okay, that's fair.
Don't feel bad. So, on Friday, I was talking to my mom while I was driving home from playing golf with you. And I'm like, well, what are you doing? And she said... Oh, I'm packing. I said, well, where are you going? You didn't tell me you were going on a trip. She's like, I'm going camping with some friends of mine. I go, now my mom, not really a camper, right? Not really a camping person. Growing up, we never camped. My brother and I tried to sleep in a tent in the backyard one day, and we got bored, so we just went back in the house and played video games. We're just not, we're just not that family. We've never been that family. So my mom going with a few friends camping, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And she told me, yeah, her one friend has a camper, and it was like definitely more glamping than camping. She was, they had one of those really fancy camping sites that had like bathrooms and showers, and like it really wasn't camping. It was just like, let's drive here to drink. It was, you know what I mean? Exactly. It was definitely was not camping. So then I thought it would be funny, and I've done this to you a lot, if I started saying, well, what are you going to do for the bears? And she's like, what? No. I swear to God. I said, what are you going to do for the bears? And she's like, there are no bears there. I go, Mom, this is the season where bears are like out eating because they're going to hibernate soon. So they got to get fat for the winter. So they're out hunting. Obviously it's usually smaller animals. They're going to hunt raccoons, or they're going to go into the streams and try to get the fish and things like that. I said, but you got to be careful. There's bears everywhere. And then she told me where she was, and acting like I knew. I was like, oh, yeah, that's a total hotbed for bears. And she was like, she didn't believe me.
Stop
I
it.
swear to God, she didn't believe me at first. She's like, stop it. Stop saying that. You know, and I was like, Mom, seriously, you got to watch out for the bears. And she was very much at first saying, stop, don't be a jerk. It's fine. There's no bears. And then, like, we switched conversations to something else. And all of a sudden she went, now I'm worried about bears.
You got in her head. It works.
I got in her head. As far as I'm aware, because I've yet to receive a phone call, but I haven't talked to her since she got back, my mom was not eaten by bears. I'm sure she had a great time.
I'm sure she did.
Funny, I was setting up for a wedding on Saturday, and I got a text from a guy from high school, a friend of mine, who just happened to be camping right next to her. So he took a picture of like her like this, like he's like 6'4", so like she was like really short and his arm was around her, and I said, now this guy's a cop, mind you, I said, oh man, she looks like she's on meth, maybe bath salts. You got to be careful. You might have to put her down.
Oh my gosh.
And he goes,
you said that about your mom?
Yeah. He goes, I'm going to tell her you said that. I go, okay. She knows who her son is.
She wouldn't be surprised.
And she goes, to my mom's credit, good joke. She goes, I get a text back. She said she got it from your stash. I was like, okay, Mom. One for you.
That a girl.
Touché.
Mama Puff.
Touché.
I love it.
So, am I a jerk?
You know what? Because of who you are, I'm going to say no. You were just kind of being yourself because you like to implant those ideas in people's heads to freak them out, and it works.
You do. I do it to you all the time. I'm going to the beach. Shark.
Literally, when I was in North Carolina with my family earlier this summer, and I kept hearing your voice in my stupid head going like, well, just be careful of sharks, Steph. You never know. And I was like, all right, I'm just not going to go very far in. Every single day I heard your voice. So it worked. Congratulations.
Okay, but because it's me, I'm not a jerk?
No, you're just being Puff.
All right, cool. Good. I thought I had to ask you. I had to ask an unbiased person. This is two very interesting stories on how businesses are handling the stress of coronavirus. An angry Florida barber shot at two of his clients who confronted him about not keeping their appointments. He was arrested on Wednesday on 2 counts of attempted murder after a man told police he shot at him and his friend. Victims told the detectives that they'd scheduled appointments for him to cut their hair in the past 2 weeks, and he didn't show up. Customers called on Monday about making the appointments and not keeping them, prompting the barber to start yelling at them and threatening. The men then asked to meet them later that night to discuss what was bothering him. That's a weird thing to do. They agreed to meet at a church where he hopped out of his car and pointed a gun. He then shot at both of his clients before returning to his car and shot one more time out of his car as he drove away. This dude, I have a feeling, super stressed out over the coronavirus and then also probably a touch bit crazy.
Yeah, I think it's probably a mix of both. Now,
that's how this guy's handling it. This pizza shop in New York doing the exact opposite. Check this out. I don't know if it did the exact opposite. Going a different direction, we'll call. Vinny's Pizzeria in Brooklyn is offering its customers a measure of comfort along with its pizza. On Vinny's delivery app, you can click comforting words. And for an extra $1, you get a delivery driver to look you straight in the eyes and tell you that everything is going to be okay and you're doing the best you can.
Oh, you know what? Sometimes you need to hear those like affirming words.
So for an extra $1, you go grab your pizza from the delivery guy, he hands it to you, and he goes, everything's going to be okay. You're doing the best you can.
They're there.
More
We're
or
gonna
less.
get through that.
Yeah, more or less you get a there from the pizza guy for $1. I'm going to say $1 well spent. I'm hoping it goes to the delivery driver that has to do that to people and not the pizza shop.
Right. You know, and I love the idea. I love what they're trying to do. But for me, I think it just feels so generic. I don't know that it would actually make me feel better. Because I'd be like, you don't really know if I'm going to be okay.
You don't know how I'm doing.
You're just saying that because I gave you $1.
You don't know how I'm doing. You're the first person I've seen in 6 weeks.
I am not doing okay.
I'm not doing okay. Okay? I am not doing okay. Maybe.
Do you have to pay extra, like, to have a full conversation with him?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm wondering if it, like, can be a different comforting words. Can it be like, hey, you know, we're all going through tough times. You're no different. You know, we're all in this together. You know, that's one. Maybe he's got lines. All right. You're so strong, stronger than you may think, as he's looking at his hand. Don't let the world get you down. You're gonna be okay. Here's your large pepperoni.
No, you have not gained the quarantine 15. You look great. Here's your pizza.
Yeah, you look great. You could be a model. If I was allowed to, I would totally ask you out, but it's against company policy. All right. Here's your breadsticks.
I love it. It's a cool concept.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, coming up in just a couple of minutes, could this be the worst first date ever or the best first date ever?
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decreased my back pain and relieved my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
I don't know. It's up to you. What do you think? Is this the worst first date ever or the best first date ever? I have my thoughts. I want to know yours, Steph, after you know the story. In Scotland, this guy named Stephen was meeting a woman for a first date at a nice restaurant. All right, so he's a little nervous. They met online. They're meeting for the first time at this nice restaurant. Excited, nervous. You know how first dates are.
Oh, yeah.
He told his friend Lee about the date. His friend Lee is a bit of a prankster. This is what Lee did. He called the restaurant pretending to be Steven, told the staff that he was planning on proposing that night, and ordered a cake that said, "Will you marry me?" to be brought to the table.
Aww.
The restaurant staff reportedly dimmed the lights, brought out a candle, a bottle of Prosecco, and a piece of cheesecake on a plate with the words, "Will you marry me?" written in chocolate.
That's cute.
On date one?
Well, was he being serious? Or was he trying to be funny?
What do you mean, is he being serious? His friend did it, not him. Steven, he did. Okay, let me. Maybe it's my fault the way I told the story. Steven had a first date. his friend Lee called the restaurant pretending to be Steven.
Oh, I thought, okay, no, I completely misunderstood.
Okay, yeah, pretending to be Steven and had a cake ordered saying, "Will you marry me?" on date 1.
Oh my gosh. What did she do?
She goes, the woman insisted and was shocked, said, "This isn't ours. 100% not ours." The couple realized it was a joke. The woman reportedly did not enjoy the prank.
Yeah, she was probably really like creeped out.
Okay. All right. You go on a first date. Let's say the guy you're on the date with has a friend like that. A friend who was like, "I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this." And it did the whole "will you marry me" thing. What is your reaction at first, and then when you find out that it's a joke and your date had nothing to do with it? Steven had nothing to do with it. He was just as shocked as she was.
See, I think that I would assume it was a joke from the beginning, and I would just like kind of nervously laugh and like want the whole thing to kind of be over because I feel so awkward.
Right. And,
like, can we just change the subject now?
right. And then you find out that it's a prank. What do you do?
Right. See, I would think it was funny. It sounds like she doesn't have a good sense of humor about it.
You know, you say that, but you also don't know her situation. Maybe she was just in a long-term relationship where they were engaged or something. So
But she doesn't need to be so sensitive. They didn't do it to be mean.
Now listen, I'm not defending her because
it kind of sounds like
no,
you are.
I'm just saying that we don't know people's situations. I would be like you, obviously. I think it's super embarrassing for the guy too, because obviously at first you might think you're a crazy person. Like, "I think this date's going well, don't you?" "Yeah, no, I think it's going well." Bring out the cake. Bring out the cake. Bring out the cake. Over here. Right here. Bring out the cake. I think that, to me, this is a great first date. You got some nervousness out of the way. You've already faced adversity together. Like,
Right.
this could be the start of a good relationship for a lot of people. I don't think this couple's going to make it, though. If she was, like, angry about it, then...
Right. And she shouldn't be angry because it wasn't his fault. He didn't even know about it. Like, you gotta have a sense of humor.
The only thing is, I mean, not the only thing, but one of the main things is, think about all the attention. They dim the lights. They make a big production out of this. Maybe she's an introvert. Maybe it took a lot for her to get out of the house to go on this date, and then all of a sudden she's the center of attention when she hates being the center of attention. That can be bad.
That can be really awkward.
And while I think you're right, she shouldn't be mad at Steven, there's a good chance she's never going to like this Lee guy ever.
That's true. And that's his best friend.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's not a good start necessarily.
Yeah. I'm cool, best friend Lee. You never know what I'm going to do.
You know, this story, how you said that they insisted, like, "Oh, this must be for another table. You have the wrong table." It made me think of our friend Samantha Galvez from Fox 43. She got engaged this past weekend. Yeah. And I saw her boyfriend posted about it. He had carved into a pumpkin, "Will you marry me?" And they were at like a pumpkin patch somewhere.
I saw that.
And apparently, did you see it? Apparently, she stumbled upon the pumpkin and she like started panicking. She's like, "Oh my God, somebody's proposing. I don't want to be in the way." Like, and she started like running in another direction. Like, it didn't even occur to her. She thought that they were like ruining somebody else's proposal.
That's pretty funny. All right, well, let's move on to something you should be scared of. Have you had a COVID test yet?
No, I'm terrified because apparently they're painful.
Right. So for those of you who don't know, unless they've gotten better, unless they found a new way to test, they literally take this giant swab and they shove it like inches, plural, into your like nasal cavity and get the back, like touch the back of your neck, more or less.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's not comfortable. For some people, it does hurt. And for other people, it could potentially be deadly. Peep this. There was a woman who had a condition where where you and I and most people have like a piece of skull, more or less, blocking the back of our nasal cavity to our brain. This woman didn't have that. She got one of those COVID tests and it punctured her brain and she started leaking brain fluid from her nose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Now, mind you, I'm just going to be honest, because as much as I like to creep you and everyone else out, this is a very rare condition. Like, the chance of this happening to you or myself or pretty much anybody else is like 0, okay?
Yeah, but this woman probably thought the same thing, and then it did happen.
Right. You'd have to have the same condition and the same result. She's going to be okay, but, I mean, it could have been... Should I have used the word deadly? Maybe. I think anything involving the brain could be deadly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is something that I don't even know what it's called. It didn't even tell me in the article what it's called.
See, this makes me feel kind of bad because whenever people talk about these COVID tests, I've used the phrase, they touch your brain, which I was obviously exaggerating.
Oh, they touch your brain.
Like they literally touch it.
Not only did they touch it, not only did they touch it, they punctured it.
Oh,
it was brain fluid. Imagine this fluid coming out of your nose. You don't even know what it is. It's from your brain.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a COVID test. That's it. If I think I have it, I'm just going to stay home for 14 days.
There you go.
I'm not doing it.
There you go. Coming up next, just how prepared are you for this?
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part, it's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
To me, this number is ridiculously high. Ridiculously high. 14% of Americans have a zombie apocalypse plan.
14, that is a lot.
That's
14%.
so many. There are 330 million Americans, give or take. 14, we're talking millions of people here. Millions. We're talking like 40 million people. Don't check my math, but it's a lot of people.
That is a lot. That's concerning.
I think it's more than 40 million, but I refuse to grab a calculator. It's a lot of people who have zombie apocalypse plans. You guys got to stop watching The Walking Dead and thinking that this is really going to happen.
Yeah, just turn it off. Change the channel.
or just recognize it for what it is, which is a television show. Okay?
Right.
But I ask you, we both mocked it, which means that you probably don't have one.
I got nothing. I mean, if it started happening, I guess I would I would reach out to somebody who has a lot of guns, but I wouldn't call that a plan. I think I would just panic in the moment.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's a plan. This is more of my plan for anytime things go sideways, is to go to my buddy Chris's house, who lives up in the mountains in Perry County, and who, let's just say, is armed.
Right.
So that's my plan.
He's got some protection.
Yeah, that's my plan, is to head on his way. Living where I live, which is kind of a town, if there is infection, see, now we're developing one. We're going to be the millions of people. Develop your zombie apocalypse plan. In town, I don't think this is a good look. Too many people clumped together where I live. We'll probably end up getting dead. So...
Getting dead.
Yep, getting dead. So let's go to Perry County, up in the hills, so we could see them coming, and I'll let Chris protect me, and I'll cower in the corner with the women and children.
Can I come with you to Chris's house?
No, there's only enough food and water.
Please. I won't eat a lot. I'll bring my own water.
Okay, but you have to leave your mom behind.
No way. I have to bring my mom and the dogs.
No.
Let us in.
Dogs,
Help
yes.
us.
Dogs, yes. Mom, I'm sure she knows some other people that can help.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. So that's my plan, and apparently now that's Steph's plan. Do you have a plan? Please say you don't. Let us know on the Facebook page. All right, time to stump Steph. According to research, over 80% of people who try to do this fail. 80% of people who try to do this fail.
Ooh, stick to a diet.
You're so close. You were like ridiculously close.
Really?
What type of diet?
Ooh, keto.
No.
Cut out desserts.
No.
Cut out soda.
No.
Is it a specific diet, like the Mediterranean diet?
Yes, it's a specific way to eat.
Ooh, cutting out carbs.
No.
It's not happening for me either. I get the struggle.
80% of people try to do this and fail. They're missing something big. What is it?
Cutting out processed food.
Nope. You're missing a huge one.
It's not dessert. It's not carbs. Fat.
No.
Is it a specific kind of food?
Yeah. Think about my life.
Cutting out pizza.
No. No. What do I deal with my life?
Dogs.
Yes, cutting out dogs. You say you were going to say dogs, didn't you? Didn't you?
I don't know. I was just trying to think about your
Dogs!
life, and I thought of the dogs.
What is going on? What's going on in my house that I have to deal with?
Oh my gosh, vegetarianism.
That's right. 80% of people who try to become a vegetarian fail.
Yep, I couldn't do it either.
How long do you think you could be a vegetarian for?
Once upon a time, I did attempt after I had to watch a really sad video in nutrition class. I did it for 3 days.
Wow, 3 whole days. Okay, as an adult, I want to say that maybe your willpower is a little bit stronger.
It might be.
I'll allow eggs. How long do you think you could go? Could you go a week?
Honestly, I don't even know if I could do a week, honestly, because my issue is that in my mind, it's not necessarily healthier because I like to eat like chicken and like healthy meats, you know,
Sure.
like I'd rather focus on eating healthy things. So I don't even think I could do a week.
Well, obviously that health class video did absolutely squat for you. Okay.
No, didn't help.
21% of Americans surveyed said that they follow this superstition. What is it? I'm guilty of this. This is maybe the only superstition I do. And I do it. I 100% do it. I don't know if I believe in it, but I do it. And you've seen me do it.
If you step on a crack, you'll break your mother's back.
No.
I thought you were going to say, you looked like you were about to hit the button.
Yeah, no.
Not walking under a ladder.
Nope. I'll do that all day, every day. Don't cur.
I've seen you do this.
Yep. Because usually it's involved with speaking. And you know how I get animated when I talk, so sometimes when I talk and I do this when I talk, more or less to convey a sense of importance, if you will.
And it's a superstition?
It is a superstition. This is tough. This is a tough one.
I honestly can't even think of any that would have to do with like public speaking.
Like, you're so sure of something happening that you don't want to jinx it, so you do this.
Oh, knock on wood.
Yep.
Yay!
I do. 21% of Americans. I'm in this. I knock on wood. Like, you know, there's no way the Bills will lose this game, you know, knock on wood or whatever.
Right.
Like, I do that.
You know what, though? Yeah, some people take it way too seriously. Like you'll say something like, yeah, well, I'm sure the Bills won't lose this week. And somebody will be like, why'd you say that? Now they're going to lose. And I'm
Right.
like, no, they're not going to lose because I said that.
Or, like, I've gotten this where I've said it like, oh, there's no way, like, he'll screw this up, knock on wood. And they'll be like, that's a plastic table. It means absolutely nothing. You're on a plastic table. Oh,
Right.
my God. So
You're the worst.
let me go get a wall here. That's plaster. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
right.
sorry.
Okay. All right, guys. That's the show for today. We will see you tomorrow for Would You Rather Wednesday. Have a fantastic Tuesday.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.